disaster for Ingram.
And that tells the story. Tom Ingram walks away.
Oh no, Doble slid into the side of Ingram.
He came in like a wrecking ball. I had to jump the chicane, what the hell?
Okay mate, we need to just continue, the engine's done anyway.
Tom Ingram's car limps down to the pit lane.
Okay, so you want to know how I'm feeling?
Yeah, basically.
Let's go and do some cool in race 3.
As he comes out of copies, so this is on board with Ingram. I think Huff's got some problem or something. He's done the bulk of the work he needed to do. Now it's just about point.
Second is Tom Ingram from 19th on the grid, the drive of the day.
You really are my f***ing hero, you know that.
That was special.
Bounce it.
Hi. Donington Park. We like Donington Park. Donington Park's very good. We did a right here last year. We did a right here at the start of the year. And amazingly enough, there's a warm thing in the sky, but I think it's the only time we're going to see it. Because Saturday looks like we're going to have to build an ark because it looks a bit wet. But we shall see. Looking forward to it. Big weekend coming up. 3-point championship lead going into this weekend. So it's all to play for with a few more rounds to go. Let's see how we go. What have we got? Oh, that's a good selection of biscuits today. Where would you go in for them?
Ginger nut.
We've got a ginger nut, a custard cream, a bourbon, shortbread, digestive, some broken ones now, I keep shaking them around. You know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for a turd cream and a gingy. And then we'll go over to Vans Direct and do some Vans Direct filming, shall we?
Still in the lead, which is good.
3 points.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
3 points just about.
Come on,
so.
get a smiley one this time.
Smiley one. He done it, Paul, this job. Excellent.
Nice
Thank
one.
you.
Perfect.
That'll go on the Bristol Street website.
Perfect. You marshalling this weekend?
Yeah. Of course.
Good, so I like to hear.
We live here, Tom.
We
do. More or less. All us lot. Yeah.
Second, sorry?
What are you doing with it, man?
I have no idea.
You should have a Scania.
Oh, stop taking the piss.
I have no idea, put
Trying to
simply.
get an intelligent
I'm just the
conversation
idiot that
going
drives
here.
around in circles.
And
Very good. So apparently they're doing a thing with you and I where they'll set up like a mock interview sort of thing as almost us just having a chat, I think is what they want. So they'll give us like a topic to speak about and then we just chat for a while and that's about it. Who's that up there? Oh, we can't even write on people's names anymore. It used to be good fun because everyone puts their names down, you see, to claim their media spots. And I used to write things on people's. So I wrote David Addison. David Addison, I wrote "smells of poo" underneath. I thought it was silly. I'm just a child. I'm a child in an adult's body. Yeah, it was good. We just did a little interview with Dan and I for BTCC socials. Just having a little chat, really. I'm excited for Dan. I think it's going to be so cool. Like I remember my first, like my whole first race weekend was like so crazy, and you end up being absolutely exhausted because like there's so much. You can't not put like loads of pressure on yourself as well. So you end up being absolutely knackered just from the sort of like the pressure you put on yourself of like wanting to do well and wanting to improve and all the other bits and pieces. So I remember after race 2, I was just like sat in the truck going, I'm absolutely done for. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. I'm looking forward to him. He should really enjoy it, bless him.
That's ridiculous. Can you stop messing around and get Tommy on water? The beds.
This Purple Palace had a bit of an upgrade, isn't it?
Have you seen the little
Bougie.
the mood light in the toilet?
Purple light.
What's that?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't wait.
What?
I walked in and went, can't do this. Feels too weird. Feels too weird.
What a weird thing to do.
Sacked it off and just peed on the floor.
Tom, just about to go FP1.
We're just about to FP1 it, yeah, man.
Donington
Yes,
is looking
I'm getting
pretty.
flashbacks to when we were here at the start of the year. A wet Donington.
It's so
It was
wet.
wet here last year as well, do you remember? On race day? Race one,
It
race
was,
one
wasn't it?
was wet because that's when Jake Hill and I made best buddies.
BMW in both of them, they're side by side. Jake Hill gets run out wide over the curb.
Yeah. It was very wet. I remember.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I
just
do.
told you, and then you went, oh yeah. What have we got? We've got 5 minutes before I need to be in the car, so I'm going to go for a wee.
Not yet. You've just been. You've literally just been.
Yeah? Don't make me self-conscious, man.
Sorry, I shouldn't be getting in your head.
You're getting in my head. You're living in my head rent-free, you are.
Bye-bye.
That's what's done, yeah. We're calling it early, yeah. I think we're pretty happy with that. It's happy with the balance. I think with the wet tyres, you usually get a peak, so 1 or 2 lap peak performance, and after that they stay pretty consistent. It's a great tyre, yeah. But for that ultimate lap time, you've got 1 or 2 laps. So at this stage, it feels like we're just pounding around, not really learning much. We may as well pit early, jump the queue for the scales, and get in the warm and dry. Yeah.
That's achievable, but with hybrid.
Oh yeah.
I think I could get to an 8. But it feels, as a starting point, mate, it feels really good. It's a tweak from there.
Anyway, how was that, mate?
It was good, actually. You know.
Yeah.
It was really good. Had a thoroughly enjoyable time.
Spencer actually seemed happy.
Mate, I'm well happy. Car feels mint. Car feels really good.
There you go.
I sound surprised, but I shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
we shouldn't be. It's pretty good all here.
Yeah, I think given where we were at Snet, I think when we struggled in the wet, it was just nice to be able to get out there and actually have some proper wet running since Snet and go, oh yeah, it is good actually.
In terms of hybrid, we've got like nothing, have we?
Got nothing left. Like Ian Beale.
We've got nothing.
We've got nothing left. We've got nothing left. It makes. And the other issue that we have is that with it being wet, we have to use hybrid map 2, which is the hybrid wet map, which then increases your activation speed by another 20 kilometres an hour. So you can't deploy it until about 155,000 mile an hour, which just doesn't do anything. So.
FP2.
Yeah.
It's greasy out there, isn't it?
It's going to get into that really annoying stage.
But it's not that wet.
Yeah. So FP1 was really good because it was full wet. FP1's going to get into this weird then. Now, have you seen David Addison's glasses?
Oh my God! They're not on his ears. How's he doing it?
He's a magician. He also has a massive honker. We're FP2ing it now. We did FP1 earlier, now we're going to do some FP2.
You did say that.
What's the time?
Waste of.
Sounds very anti-laggy, that. What about Timothy?
Didn't fancy a practice start.
You're not going to learn. What are you going to learn from that? You're going to learn that you're going to learn that your tyres aren't warm enough, and you get a really good start on wets when it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll start really well.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's the best start I've ever done. Wonder why.
You're right,
So,
though?
I'm all right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, just found it a waste of time, that one, wasn't it? It's just a bit of nothing, so
Yeah.
it's always going to be that way. So
Was it even dry enough to scrub tyres a bit?
Yeah.
Just enough,
yeah, you're able to scrub. But and in fairness, if you wanted to be a hero to go quickest, you could have gone quickest.
Yeah, but
But you only need to be that far offline, and you're having an enormous crash.
well, at least you saved some brakes anyway.
Well, exactly that.
Actually, you were amazing. Your car was really good on the brakes here last year.
Yeah, that
wasn't
was
it? You didn't have a problem.
we had no issues at all.
Because you were driving angry.
We had no dramas on it at all. So
Because the Napa cars struggled a bit, I see, with Red Bull.
I think that's what I think they did a lot of work to that over winter.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, anything you drive around here is always hard on them. So it's always difficult. Cheers, Tim. See you later, man. Hello, Daniel. Are you well? It's Tim Harvey. Oh, it's a waste of time. It was a waste of time. We could have been in a bar, having a coffee. It's for me not. It's not dry. It's not wet. It's the wet tires kaput, or the slick tires. They cannot get the temperature. So you just drive around. It's understeer, oversteer. It's just don't work. And the trouble is, you push, you crash. It's not worth the risk. Was that okay?
Yeah, brilliant.
Brilliant, no problem at all.
Yes.
What's that about? You can only control the controllables, and we cannot control the weather. So
True.
What's a quality time around here usually? Usually, I mean,
1
what are
minute
you?
And so, just thinking back to when we were here last year, off the top of my head,
Okay.
it was about 133, 154, I think, off the top of my head.
Wow.
So if we could be somewhere around there, that'd be great.
Okay. 133.
Yeah. Because then, I mean, that was pole, and then second was about 33.3.
Oh.
In there.
How do you remember that?
I am good. A lot of people sort of say, "How do you do it?" I said, "I don't know. I just got this sort of like, I can, like, you just say a place, a date, and I'll be able to tell you who's quickest."
Okay.
What's going to be the pole time?
33. 5.
Not in the wet.
If dry. That's amazing. You said that without your mouth.
If it's dry, and if it's wet, I don't think it's going to be fully wet. I think it's going to be, and it's going to be a 37.1. Because it's not going to be. It's going to be. A bit of them.
Cool.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you, and you?
What do you think about time? He's said it.
Has he? Is
He
it?
gave me a.
Is it wet or dry though?
He gave me a dry time.
Yeah.
And then he gave me a mere time, whatever that is.
If it's dry,
I gave a dry time.
that should be a 32.7. 1:32.7.
I said 33.5, just because where the circuit is at the minute.
It was 33.1 last year with the medium time.
Yeah. But
He's
this
lost
seems like a bit of a.
I'm loving the debate. I'm loving it.
Seems a bit nothingness, doesn't it? Cold circuit that's green. It's been rained on.
Have you got that driver's excuses book, Andy?
It's our second visit of the season to Donington. This time, though, we're on the full 2.5 mile Grand Prix circuit. After all that drama at Knockhill, the championship battle is well and truly joined. It's Tom Ingram with just a 3-point advantage over Jake Hill. So qualifying coming up on a track surface that about an hour ago was dry. Then we had quite a bit of heavy rain, and it is drying, but it's going to give the teams a little bit of a quandary, especially given that for this session they have a choice out of 2 tyre compounds. We have the first 10 cars venturing onto the circuit.
You might as well spend a bit more time warming your tyres before you cross them. And Ingram's actually going pretty quickly, even at this early stage. Bear in mind, he hasn't had a chance to cross those tyres over and get some heat in the rear. Yeah, he's going in this lap, I think, that Strange has chosen to drive on the damp part of the track.
Who did what, and this confirms that Mikey Doble is the fastest and goes through to Q2 with Aaron Taylor-Smith. Let's go, say the teams. Q2 is underway. One thing it has done, and you've heard the drivers talk about it session after session, with the pressure being applied, it focuses the effort. Only once have we had a red flag out of qualifying this year.
The checkered flag is out, so anyone crossing the line now, including Adam Morgan, and Ingram has gone across the line as well and taken the fastest lap time, but also the checkered flag.
68 thousandths were between Tom Ingram and Colin Turkington, and they go through into Q3. So does Josh Cook. 6 drivers then are good to go. The sun is breaking through, the road is continuing to dry, and this should be the fastest part of the qualifying hour. Tom Ingram, in the meantime, you're riding on board with now. He's coming down towards the Grand Prix loop. Flicks between the tar stacks over the curb. Been earlier on. Lock up there, but he makes the apex. He hasn't lost any time at all with that. The line goes Ingram, doesn't improve, stays 4th. Josh Cook, the fastest in Q3. Colin Turkington, 2nd quickest. The margin between them, 71 thousandths of a second, with Mikey Doble 3rd. Ash Sutton 4th, Tom Ingram 5th, Aaron Taylor-Smith 6th, and just a whisker over 0.4 of a second, covering those 6 drivers.
We're up at the pace and up at the sharp end, and that's where we start to then notice the lack of hybrid. So I probably sound like a broken record, and I probably sound very Jason Plato-esque by going, I've got no power, but we got no power when we got no hybrid. So it's one of those. I'm very pleased to be in the mix. It seems like Ash, Jake and I are going to be fairly close to each other tomorrow. Colin's obviously going to be fairly fast. There's going to be a few people in the mix. I think it's set to be quite a good race day.
P5, a pretty good drive.
Yeah!
There we go. Sum up quali for us. How are you feeling?
Very good. Yeah, quite good. We'd like to have been higher, obvs. But I think we're in good shape, actually, Hybrid corrected, we're in really good shape. Should have been about 4 to 5 tenths around here. So to be a 10th and a half off pole in P5, I think it's all right. I think it's really all right. And especially given the uncertainty of how the weather has been. Somehow now it's beautiful and it's like a nice summer's evening. About an hour and a half ago it wasn't, and it makes no sense. But in fairness, Sam was on it. No more rain, he says. And we listened to the Oracle, and the Oracle was right.
We were very stressed in Q1.
I was also quite stressed.
Because you got your lap in early, you made the decision, let's get a lap in.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. We went for the safe option of the wets. Turns out that was very risky. I thought it was safe. We all thought it was safe. Turns out it was like major high risk. I don't really see how it became major high risk, because when we first went out it was wet. And then in the space of like 45 seconds, it went dry. And I was like, oh no, this is not good. But we were sort of too deep in then to be able to back out. So we did my lap, came in, went quickly, put some slicks on, and then we didn't have time. And then, oh my gosh, I just dropped my tea all over my knee there. Look. And it was very stressful, unnecessarily so. But we got through, so we can breathe a sigh of relief. My 220 BPM heart rate can settle down. And then Q2 was all right, we were quickest in that, was all good. And then Q3, we knew that's where we were going to struggle ultimately because of the folk around us had either good hybrid or were also quick, so that was going to be where the difference was. So yeah, P5's good. We're in good shape for tomorrow. We're all together, in the words of Ali G, with Jakey in 7, Ashley, I say Ashley in 4, me in 5. We're all together. So we're going to have a lovely day tomorrow. It's going to be wonderful.
How are we feeling this morning?
I'm feeling very good, thank you.
Current bun's out.
Current bun is in, the sky, and it is, it's very nice so far. It's looking like it's going to be a beautiful day. A stark contrast from where it was yesterday, which was not a beautiful day.
We're going to dry races, I think.
I'm that unexpected. I've got too many layers of clothes on, and I have no sunglasses. I need to get a nice pair of Ray-Bans or something, you know, from Turkey or something.
Yeah, we can't all have them.
So yeah, there we go. So yeah, we're going to. What have we got this morning? We've not really got a lot on this morning. We'll have to do obviously driver breathalyzer and a few bits and pieces like that. We've got a fan zone appearance to do, yeah. And then we'll have Pitlane Walkabout. I think it's at 1 o'clock today.
Yes,
so it's halfway through, which
yeah.
ends up being a bit of carnage really, because you end up not having a lot of time to get anything done, because you end up getting out the car, having to throw some lunch down your neck, and then you do Pitlane Walkabout, and then it all feels really chaotic. So it's quite nice when you have Pitlane Walkabout at the start of the day, because you have a bit of time. But when you have a Pitlane Walkabout in the middle, it ends up being a bit busy, but never mind. So it's 8 o'clock now, 5 to 8, and now I'm going to go and get a coffee, I think, from Togo. I need a wee, actually. I'm going to have a wee, and then I'm going to go get a coffee.
Yeah.
Then I need to see Spencer. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, here we are. Hello, how are you? Good. It's very windy down here. It's beautiful Sunday. It's very windy. I don't know what's going on.
Came on for a second for a quick run. He took a run down there, and he lapped the brakes off. One for a V6.
And in fairness, it's more winds around here than that.
You happy with people's hybrid deployment around you? Cool. I just keep you updated on what they've got and where. Right, see what we can do from here, mate. Last car's in position now.
We are ready for round 22 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. When the lights go out, is it going to be a Toyota to bolt into the lead or a BMW? Let's find out, because the lights change. A good getaway by Colin Turkington.
And Ingram trying to go around the out. Side, he could get forced across the gravel, he does.
As Colin Turkington is going to lead up towards Goddard's at the end of lap 1. This is Jake Hill's view of the Astros, almost getting themselves together there. Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
No, Dover slid into the side of Ingram and turned him around. Disaster for Ingram.
He's got going again. Dover's got damage as well, but Tom Ingram drops way down the order. Oh, he gets it all sideways and hits the tar stack, launches the car up onto 2 wheels.
Safety car, boys.
I couldn't see if anybody hit us, but Chilton and Watson seem to have had an incident.
Smith is badly delayed out of all of that room because Morgan has gone past him, Ingram has got past him, Camish has got past him, Ingram gets past Camish into the bargain, so 2 places gained for Ingram on this lap alone. And he will command the inside line all the way up.
wasn't it? Yeah. Horrible.
So, first of all, let's talk about that incident. He was car lengths away.
He had just a massive performance over him, and he outbraked himself and just wiped the side of us out. So not ideal.
That was a monster drive.
Also, the car's working so well. He's saying the front performance is fantastic, so really happy with that. So we could have won that one, which is even more frustrating. So,
yeah.
He'll be fired up for the next one, though. Watch this.
So after a drama-filled first race, what does that do to the championship situation with drivers rising and falling through the order? Jake Hill, by a point, is the championship leader from Tom Ingram.
Well done, mate. Some drive that in the end. Good job. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought the doors would be hanging on, so he survived quite well.
Yeah.
Stood up to it quite well.
Yeah.
For a start, I say this a lot, you know what I'm going to say, one of your best. That was unbelievable. I know.
You have to be there.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's the annoying.
I know.
That's the frustrating thing with it.
Do you feel like
need to be? It didn't have to be.
you feel like Spencer? We could be talking about a race win there.
Undoubtedly. Never mind. At least we've got a load of hybrid for this one, haven't we?
Let's get it sorted first. You got absolutely slammed.
Yes.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. He came in like a wrecking ball. So I personally like a fillet steak, not a T-bone, but never mind. What can you do?
So there was a bit of a coming together before on the chicane. You had to.
I had to jump the chicane.
Had to jump it.
I had to jump the chicane. What the hell? Why am I still having to jump chicanes? I thought that was Alton Park.
All over again.
It was so Alton Park, the whole chicane jump thing. And then, as I'm supposed to do, I yielded the position and let him come back past. And then he hit me after the apex of the hairpin. And then instead of buying me a fillet steak, he bought me a T-bone steak as he went into the hairpin. Which, I mean, it's just rude, isn't it? Thank you. It's just a bit rude.
And then from P12, you fought back into your starting position, P5. That was pretty.
One lap of hybrid. I didn't have to use hybrid to overtake. I just used it to see if I could go for fastest lap. Couldn't even manage that. Yeah.
Is here to make the press categories over to the throngs.
Go for a wee. Go for a wee.
Thanks.
You were at the bus, which is weird. I thought he'd be with you.
Yeah, I would have thought that. And then they were trying to ask me why I let him back pass.
And that was what we've been told to do.
Yeah. He said it was the first lap. I don't know why you did that. Because that's what I've been told to do.
Today.
Well, before we go
It's wet. It's starting on wet to be a wise choice. Let's go to the grid on slicks though, unless it gets torrentially worse, and see what kind of temperature you can get. What have you seen, Joe? It's going to be a big call, this is.
Still 60.
Have you seen Chris? Easy. Where are the wets, mate?
Literally the other side of the wall.
Nice, okay.
Leave the pressure.
I want... Nice. We're going to have to attack these BMs early, aren't we? This is going to be a good one for us.
It's going to be horrible.
horrible on the first few laps. Yeah, it's going to dry out quickly, this is actually. I think so. It's quite good as well. Nice. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Nice one, right.
This is going to be a tricky one, right?
It's going to be really tricky, yeah. So we had a quick shower, probably 10 minutes. Really light shower, just enough to get everyone panicking. But it's really starting to dry out quickly, so the track's almost back to a dry condition. So I don't think anyone's actually gone wet, because that seems like the wrong decision. Everyone's on slicks. It's a really greasy circuit, so the BMs are going to struggle early on, I think. So be an interesting one, I think. Last car's in position now.
For round 23 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship, lights in a moment will go red. They do so now, and when the lights go out, it's a good start by Turkington. It's a good start by Hill as well. Tom Ingram round the outside tries to go Adam Morgan. It's
That'll do. Look, round the outside. Could he pull this off? And here, when they came through side by side, they rub a little bit. That was the last lap last year, wasn't it, when they did?
But Ingram is going to go through on the inside into Redgate. Cars now run down towards the Melbourne hairpin, and look at Ingram's pace all of a sudden. Charges around the outside of Turkington to go second, having used the hybrid, and as he brakes for the hairpin, sorts out a slide, but Ingram up into second place. Racing UK, from Team Bristol Street Motors, from Team BMW, and from the Championship, this would put Tom Ingram back into the lead.
So the damage is done. The damage is done anyway.
It's done, yeah, it's done anyway.
Can't hear what you're saying.
Keep going, stop.
We think the damage is already done, mate. You're going to have to try and finish. There's 5 to go.
This lap, and Ingram suddenly has to defend resolutely from Turkington.
That's suddenly a huge jump, isn't it? It was 0.8 of a second across the line. So either Ingram's got a little problem, he looks to have a little problem.
Okay, mate, we need to just continue. The engine's done anyway, so you're going to have to just try and stick with it. We're going to get you straight in the garage, mate. We'll crack on.
Tom Ingram's car limps down to the pit lane, and he slots the car straight into the garage. Race done, and the team will descend upon it to try to get that sorted out for race 3. And that tells the story. Tom Ingram walks away.
Started to get low oil pressure warnings as I was coming down Craners. No sign of any high temperature, no sign of any high oil. Just all of a sudden we started to get oil pressure alarms as I came down the Craners, like 2.8, 2.4. Still pulling fine, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, engine temperature's just gone through the roof.
How confident are we that's going to start on the full?
Let's run up that engine.
Let's run up. That's been in that car, run up. That
So
was,
Christian,
no, the one that's in now.
Yeah, it would.
We need to do a compression test.
We've got the time for that. If there's a doubt, we change it, and if we need to. If this is suddenly absolutely a woeful engine, we take a 5-point drop, and we go again.
This goes to the engine.
But it's if this is utterly woeful, we take the 5 points and we change the engine. Otherwise, that engine will go in there, and we'll go with the spare engine. Yeah, I think that's the.
What was it, red?
Someone went through the radiator. Yeah, so we change engine. If it turns out that it's an absolute donkey, we lose 5 points by doing another engine change. We have to suck that up. That is what it is.
It's just a question. We'd have to weigh up later whether whatever the performance.
Engine dead. Time for a tea. That doesn't.
Your engine's falling out.
Yeah, engine fell out, mate. Oh God, you made me angry. Yes, the engine didn't do an engine thing. The engine stopped engineing.
Stone.
We had a stone, or somebody from Napa sniped us as we were going around, or laser tools or BMW or somebody else snipe at us as we were going around, straight through the radiator. Okay, so
want to resist.
yes. Okay, so you want to know how I'm feeling?
Yeah, basically.
Let's go and do some cool in race 3. Let's go from the back and see how far out we can get.
Yeah.
And if we win, we're a hero. If we don't, we scored some points. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can only, with the you're given. And on this occasion, we didn't have a very useful one. It is a shame how it feels like in the last 2 race weekends, an entire season has sort of slipped through our fingers somewhat. However, worse things have happened at sea. Ash has scored a substantial sum of points. Jake has scored a substantial sum of points. However, what it means is that we're going to go into Silverstone with loads of hybrid, because we're going to fall out the lead and we're going to fall some places behind. Now, that is good and bad. It's good in the sense that we're going to have loads of hybrid. It's bad that we've got to make up a substantial amount of points with 2 rounds to spare, but we shall see.
He's here. Right, mate. Race 3 again. Get stuck in, mate. Let's see what you got this time. Yeah, it's quite a big job. It was actually we actually done it in an hour. It was the setup and the extra little bits that took a bit more time than we thought. Then we had a hybrid motor controller issue that we had to swap out. So just the engine change was doable in about an hour. The bit that made us stress a little bit was the extras. So. Okay, we got it done. Team had a little bit of a wobble, so we changed some wheels over and had a look around some bits just. I think we're all right. See what he's got this time, shall we?
So Ingram from the back, Sutton from the middle. We are about to go racing. Round 24 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship on the Donington Grand Prix circuit is go. A clear bit of space, and look in the background, headlights ablaze. Ingram on a mission. There he is up the curb on the inside of Darryl De Leon. He's hustling his way through. He's gained about 4 places already. Now make that 5, now make it 6 as he comes out of Coppice. I think this is Tom Ingram's view. Ingram was 14th at the end of lap 1.
Yep, this is a typical race 3 touring car race, folks.
Yeah, did that very easily.
And this is on board with Ingram. I think Huff's got some problem or something. He's going backwards. But look, Ingram has now caught up behind championship leader Hill. So he's done the bulk of the work he needed to do. Now it's just about points.
Seems to suggest the answer is yes, and he's another place to be gained there at the inside of Sam Osborne. Through he goes. That now gives him 7th spot. Going to be Sam Osborne's car, surely. And Aidan Moffat, who's had a pretty tough day at the office, still in strife, and now Josh Cook gets a tag from Adam Morgan. Ingram makes his move against Doble. This is for 3rd place, remember, from 19th on the grid. Through goes Ingram. Sideline. Ingram on the outside is going to have to be really brave to make that work, and he is really brave, and it kind of does work because Ingram's got his nose in front coming through the corner. He'll also have the inside line for the first part of the S's. He doesn't want to use the hybrid if he can avoid it. He wants to do this on pure pace and late braking, and he's up to 2nd place.
Fantastic, great move. What a champion he is.
2nd is Tom Ingram from 19th on the grid, the driver of the day.
Well done. That's worth it, wasn't it?
On
Unbloody believable.
That was a bit special, wasn't it? That? Pretty good.
I've never been so nervous. And also, I mean,
but we've had that pace all day. If we hadn't have had these issues, we could have won 3.
We could have won 3 races.
Yeah, so
that's how much credit I mean.
It's one of them. The car was right on point this weekend, and we haven't, other than that result, we haven't got any results to show for it. But
have you seen a drive like that from him?
Yeah, a couple actually. Yeah, but that was special. Really cool, and especially because we're all on the same tyre, so you've not got that disparity as well. Awesome, top job. He's not bad, is he?
Yeah, he's quite.
Very quickly move your car to block show for his car, row 317 Reese Lycett,
and for good reason as well. He's about to climb onto the second step of the podium. The trophy up to the clouds.
Absolutely.
Sure, it's up here. Yeah.
You start 19th every race.
How you feeling?
Thank you, buddy. Really good.
Tom, just a quick one. Are you pleased?
No. As I said just to Zach then, it's a truly stupid game that we play, this is. Oh, man.
I mean, when you're in it, you just... At
You
any point,
can't-
did you have a time to think,
No,
what the
you
hell is
don't.
going
No,
on?
you don't get a chance. You have to just treat it like another race and sort of let the emotions get away from you. And obviously, this championship is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous, because how could you ever have predicted that suddenly you'd go from not finishing a race and being down and sort of out and feeling like the championship has sort of slipped through your finger, or starting to slip through your fingers, to suddenly have to do from last with the first lap. Bear in mind, the entire front of the car was removed. Like from the bulkhead of the car, there wasn't anything on it. There was nothing. And in 1 hour, an engine has come out, an engine has gone in. It's been bled, it's been system checked, and everything's worked. And from the very first lap, there wasn't a single issue with the car. It felt utterly phenomenal from the second from the second I started to the second I finished the race. It was phenomenal. And considering that the whole front of the car was off with 45 minutes before the start of the race, there wasn't a bolt on the front of the car, to then go and have to go from last to second was outrageous. It really was outrageous. And you can't get caught up by the emotion of it. You have to sort of stay level-headed. You have to try and think of the bigger picture. And obviously Ash had a bad one, and that's the stupidity of this championship. It's utterly stupid. How can you suddenly lose the lead of the championship, feeling like it's all slipped through your fingers, to then your nearest rival then drop a load of points, and then your second nearest rival not have the best of races? It's outrageous. It's utterly stupid. And exactly like I said to you after race 2, you just can't let it affect you. You have to stay level-headed. You have to stay positive. You have to stay like in the mindset and in the just stay on it, you know. Yeah, all I want to do is cry for some reason. I don't know why. I spent the whole in-lap crying. I spent the whole interview with Louise crying. I've cried on the podium. I've cried all the way back here. I feel like I just need to go and be with myself and burst into tears and cry for 20 minutes, and then I'll be all good. But yeah, it's mad. I said, you know what? I said this when I won the championship. The beauty of live sport is that it just epitomises that feeling of utter just joy. What a drive of utter joy, and we all get to share a moment together when it's like that. And just as Tom had when he had his win, to us all, you share that little snippet of your life with other people who get to also share that snippet of their lives with you. It's really special. It is really special.
And before we round up, you going to watch that one back?
I might watch that. Thank you.
You really are my f***ing hero, you know that. You really are my hero.
That was sick. I was screaming, come on, come on! Oh, it's ridiculous.
I literally thought, is that Lewis in the car?
Honestly, it's the most ridiculous. I've just been saying, and then a load of interviews now. I said it's the most ridiculous game we seem to play. I don't get how you can have such highs and lows. And
I know. I thought my job was bad, but Jesus, I don't know how you do it.
No, it's hard work.
Honestly, I was like some sort of super fan on that corner. Everyone's looking at me, going, come on, son! And then some woman had like a detail, like they have the track.
Yeah.
She's like, he just got fastest lap. Jesus Christ.
It's
mega.
It's mint. No, it's bloody awesome. It's really, really good. So it's on now.
Right, we're going to head back and I'll let you be. Appreciate
Thank you, brother.
it, man.
No,
Nice
thank
one.
you so much for coming over. It's really good. Love to see you.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you soon.
Keep in touch. Thank you, brother. Nice one. Keep in touch, right? See you later on. Safe trip back. Is that it? That's us done. So. There we go with Donington GP done. What a stupid game this is. Why do we do this? What an utterly stupid thing. And I've got nothing here. I have a podium cap. Let's do it with a podium cap. So from the most stupid championship it seems like in the world to have come back and got a second in the last race from Castle Donington. That is Donington GP. Romeo done.